I'm Banks.
I'm Josh.
Odd Places. All right. Sure.
Love is sharing.
All right. So what do you mean by that?
What I mean is it's sharing. We gotta give and take, but I believe we give and take from a center pile, from a common aspect.
Okay. So all right. Well, I don't know what that means. So you're saying a center. What is that?
I'm saying there's a common bank account between you and me. If we're in love, but we're not. But if we were, there's a common bank account. Let's say where if you need some love, you can take. When you don't need it, you can give back. It's kind of that thing, as opposed to we're connected somehow by soul and by all this stuff, and you just want to throw all your units of love on me, and I'm like, I don't want any units of love right now, I'm full.
Right.
And it causes all kinds of problems. What if there's just a central bank, let's call it,
Okay.
that we can just share? When I need some love, I take some, I give some, Does that make more sense?
Yeah. Okay. So you're talking about
We're sharing.
socialism,
Yeah.
in a sense, right?
Love socialism.
Yeah. Why
I
not?
like that.
Okay. So
Or maybe borderline communism. No, I won't even go that far. Maybe socialism.
I think it's more socialism. So it's like a library. You go in, you check out a book,
Yeah.
and then you bring the book back, and somebody else checks out the book. So it's
Okay,
like
now you're talking about polygamy, or you get into like polyamory, but that's okay. I mean, we can have like the orgy of relationships.
Well, that's sexual. However, a love library. Okay,
love
you ready? So if I have 100 units of love, okay?
Yes.
And you don't need any. I still have 100 units of love. I am like bursting with 100 units of love. And I don't know,
Right.
like, I've got to get this love out. I've got to do something with it.
And you just want to give it.
I do. I just want to give it. I don't want to force it on anybody. No, I do not want to force it. I want them to organically take whatever my 100 units is.
Okay.
And if they don't, I burst. I'm a balloon. I'm going to burst. I am. I swear I'm going to be like, I have to get this out.
Why do you have to give so much? Why can't you just hold on to it? Is it really that full of energy and active and just needs to go?
I would say it's painful. Is it painful? Maybe it is painful. It could be painful.
You're painfully in love.
Right. I need to get it. It has a lot to say about me, I think.
Yeah.
Like
I don't usually associate love and pain like that, but that's very interesting.
Love,
You're
pain.
painfully in love.
I love pain. That's actually kind of a oxymoron.
Oxymoron. That's exactly what it is, which is why it's confusing.
Okay, so if I have this that I have to get out, I'll give you an example. I have a thought, and
Good. Yes, this is good. Go.
if I have the thought, I have to write it down
Yes.
so that another thought comes in.
Yes.
If I don't write it down, it stays in my head, and I cannot get new thoughts in.
Yes, perfect. Let's go with this. This is good.
Okay,
So you said you write it down.
right.
What you could have also shouted it out at me.
Okay.
See, when we talk about giving, instead of shouting at me, write it down. That's great. Now it's out of you,
Right.
but you're not inflicting me with something I don't need. So let's put this in terms of love.
Okay.
How about instead of trying to give me love, find another outlet for that love, like it's a bank account, like you're saving it for later, like writing it down, as opposed to hitting me with love when I don't need it.
Okay.
That's kind of
Fair point. In this world we live in,
Yes.
I feel that more love is needed. Okay?
Okay.
That's what I think.
Sure.
Okay? So instead of someone cutting me off and me yelling at them or screaming at them or shooting the bird or honking the horn, give them love. Let them come in. Give them a wave. Yeah, you're good. You're okay. In general, even people, we're living in a world, I feel, that is lonely.
Yeah.
We are the most connected and the most lonely at the same time. So my thing is, why not just throw that love out there, waves and waves of love? Now, granted, they can take it if they want to, or not take
Yes.
it if they want to. I agree.
I agree.
You don't have to take my love.
Absolutely. Now, if you throw it out like a wave,
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
Now, the wave may rock me a little bit, I can come back, but when you throw it at me, it's coming out of a gun.
Okay.
When you're focused, shooting it like a laser beam and it's blasting my brains out, that's what I can't handle.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. So I think it's the method in which maybe you give your love.
Okay.
That could be.
Yeah. I dated a girl once, and I gave her an umbrella at the beginning of a relationship because I wanted to shower her with love, and I realized.
Wait, you gave her the shower or the umbrella?
I gave her the umbrella
Okay.
because I was
And then
going
you
to
gave her the
shower her with love,
Love it.
and I realized that the umbrella was not strong enough because I was just throwing. Two things happened. One is I was throwing so much at her that I was expecting something back.
Sorry, the vision I'm getting is instead of throwing rain, you were throwing bricks, which obviously an umbrella would definitely not.
Yeah,
protect her
exactly.
against.
Bricks of love I was throwing. Yeah, they did not.
They didn't land very well, did they?
No.
They were literally bricks of love.
She was running away from me like I can't.
And you were trying to hurtle bricks at her and like clog her.
You've got
I can
to
just
love
see that.
me. You've got to love me.
This is a great political cartoon. We should.
Really?
Bricks of love.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
The second thing is I realized that I don't want anything back. I don't want any expectation. Actually, I want nothing. I want nothing. And when I put my head around that, I realized, okay, it's there. She wants to take it. She's got it. She knows she can have it. She knows it. And I feel anybody that needs it or wants it. And in this, we'll get to it later, to define what love is, and that's one of the things we're going to talk about later.
It's a future episode, yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. It's malleable for me. It's malleable, and I do like that sharing. You give, you take. You need 2 units. You got 2. Hey, you know what, Josh? You always got 2 units from me.
Right.
2 units of love.
And that's the beautiful part of having a bank is not with banks, but a bank where I can't always time my need to give with your readiness to receive. So when it goes into the central depository, now we can have transactional because that's how banks work.
Right. Why? And I'm so fascinated. Why do you use money as a metaphor?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, you said units, and units reminds me of units of money, units of blood,
bars of gold, units of gold,
units. Right? And you just have these units you want to give. So I'm just trying to figure out how do we take your units of love, put them to good use. We don't want to waste them, but we don't want you to get clogged up and stopped up and constipated with love, so to speak.
So yeah. Okay. Yeah. So,
but still have them available for when somebody needs them and wants them.
Okay. Which brings me to the point of interest in this bank, this love bank. If I have extra in there that I don't need for myself, can I get interest from those units of love, like you would in a bank with money?
Yes.
How do I get that?
Because your units of love have value, and when something has value, it can return more than what you've invested in. See, now we're talking about an investment of love.
Okay. Ooh.
Right.
Ooh.
So now this is. I know we're still sticking with the money and transactional thing.
Yeah.
So would you at least agree that love is sharing? It's giving and taking, but at the end of the day, the best form of love, or one of the best ways to handle it, is to share it.
Yes, I agree. I like that analogy.
Okay.
It is, and you know what? You have spoken to me about this in the past, and I thought it was
weird.
No, I did. Well, I did. I thought because I want to just fucking give, and some it's too much for some people.
I think so, or the timing just isn't right. Whatever the case is.
Slowly.
Every giver must need a receiver.
Right.
And if you're a mega donor, you might have to have multiple receivers, or you might have to just store some of it for later, for when the emergency happens. You know, like they store blood for when someone needs a transfusion. Store your love for someone when someone needs that, because someone's going to need your love. Can you store it? And we can come up with 100 different ways to store love, so to speak.
Right.
But that's my challenge. I would say find ways to store love.
Collect
love
interest
store.
on it. Yeah.
Loves are us.
Yeah.
The Love Bank. That's a good business.
Love Bank?
The Love Bank.
Ooh.
I mean, without it sounding like a sperm donation center.
Right.
The Love Bank.
Well, it's the units,
Yeah.
just like, the blood bank.
Let's do it.
All right.
Odd Places.
You've been enjoying Odd Places with Banks Helfrich and Josh Zeppes. Thanks for joining us and our curious minds. Be sure to click subscribe to get upcoming shows and let us know what you loved the most by emailing us at oddplacesradio@gmail.com.